Welcome. This video is part of the Service Desk Configuration series. Basically, we're showing you how to set up your Service Desk module within your PSA. This video is focusing in on the HR, adding departments, job titles, and getting your employees in here so we can assign them tickets and they can work those tickets. I've logged into my PSA. I'm clicking the admin module. I'm going to slide my mouse or my cursor over to the left and click on this HR folder. Now there's a logical progression here. You got to get your departments in here and your job titles, and you can add your employees. We ship your PSA with about 5 departments, and you can just hit new and then add it. So I'll just call it professional services, and I'll copy and I'll paste and I'll pick a manager and hit save, and I'm done. It's that easy. So a great way to set up the different departments where you want to track your employees. The next folder is called job titles. We ship it again with 5 or 6 examples. You just want to go in and add your titles, so when you add your employees, you've got them organized properly within your organization. Skill categories, you can track the skills that all your employees bring to the company. I added a developer. So the category is developer, and the individual skill set is what development language do they know. So you can add these. Great place to store them. If you ever need to refer, hey, can we take on this new customer, this new project? Yes, we have the right skill set. We have the employees that have the right skill set. Speaking of employees, let's click on the employees folder. You can see I have 3 employees in my company. It's real easy to add. You click new, username. We suggest first name, and last, first initial, last name, Mark Smith. Then you'd put Mark Smith, employee ID. If you don't use them, just put in a random number. Put Mark Smith's email address, give him the right job title. Remember we added senior level tech. Put them in the right department, IT services or marketing, whatever select the manager, one of the employees that are already in the system. Employment type. Your PSA will come with administration, go with that for now. And then what role? The security role, The security role determines what modules up top and what folders on the left they have. We ship it with about 8. 6 are designed for your internal employees, but the nice thing is you can actually go and open one up and clone one and set your own security access level. So we'll just give them administration and then what headquarters. Once you hit save, it'll actually send out an email to that employee with their login credentials. So I'm not going to save this one. I'm just going to go take a look at one I just created, like Amy's. I'll walk through some of the tabs here. So once you enter them in, Amy received an email with her login credentials, and she can now log in. From this point of view, when we walk through the tabs, we can see Amy's personal information, name, job title, department, all that relevant information. If Amy forgets her password, there's a forget password feature when you log into your PSA. But if she's still having trouble, someone that has admin rights like I do can come in and click and reset it and send it to them. You can store contact information like Amy's address and an emergency contact, husband, wife, spouse, partner. So spend some time walking through these. You can put the wages. What do we pay Amy per hour? This could be very valuable if you're doing any kind of profit or loss calculations in the finance module, in the reports module. Custom fields. Remember, you can add them to just about any form in the system. So if we forgot something or we're missing something and you want to capture it, go ahead, you can add it. When was her last performance review? What date? That kind of information. Security roles, that again determines when Amy logs in, what modules up top and what folders. The nice thing is we've shipped it with 8 pre-built. You can clone it and you can customize it. create your own security roles for your users. Okay. Something else to consider when adding employees in the HR. Do you need them to have even more restrictions to access? And what do I mean by that? If you have 100 accounts in the CRM, customers, we can come in and create a scope where Amy has access to all 100, but Gary only has access to 2 accounts. So if you need to do that, it's quite simple. You go into the CRM folder and create service types. I've got 2 examples for you, restricted and all access. These need to be applied on an account in the CRM. Then I've got my 2 service types. I hop back into my security and I create scopes. Scopes is going to determine which employee has access to certain accounts and the ability to create tickets for those accounts. So I'm going to call this one All Access and hit Save. Then I need to say for this scope, the All Access, they can read and write, so they can open up and see accounts that have All Access service type, and they can create tickets for accounts that have all access. They can also open up and see accounts and open up tickets for accounts in the CRM that have restricted. So I'm giving, and then you go down and then pick that employee and say, yes, Global has all access. So what I've done here is this employee can go to the CRM and see all accounts and open tickets for all accounts. Then I can create another more restrictive security scope. I'm going to call it New, and I'm going to say access to only a few accounts. Hit Save. So I'm going to say, I'm going to add the service types. I'm going to say for all access accounts, this person cannot even see them. Click Save. But for accounts in the CRM that have restricted access, yes, this person can read and write. This person can see those accounts in the CRM and they can create tickets. And then I would go down and say, well, Amy's restricted. If you need some further detail, we'd be happy to help you. The real world scenario is this: is we hire a contractor. We don't want them to have access to all 100 customers in the CRM and the ability to create all 100 customers in the CRM tickets. When they click on New Ticket, they're only going to see accounts that are under restricted. They can only create accounts that are restricted. So they'll only see a handful. They won't see all 100. So again, that's what that's designed to do. So quick recap. Part of your service desk configuration is not only getting your customers in and doing some of the setup that we'll do in the next couple of videos. You need to get your employees in. Set up the right departments, job titles, and then when you go add your employee, they'll be all set to go, and then you'll give them the appropriate security, the appropriate access level to your PSA. The CRM had 2 videos. One was an overview of accounts and contacts and features on those forms. The second was how to get that data in your PSA. And that's important because we need to get your customers and contacts in here so we can support them, open tickets, and support your customers.